So it's been a while since I made a video talking about Xbox, either its multi-platform shift or its continuous bad decisions, this being the many layoffs of the game development studios that have been unfortunately affected by it, with its affiliation being published by Microsoft themselves. And even a report saying Xbox producers suggest laid off staff use AI to deal with emotions, with a post being made by Matt Turnbull from Facebook, which is now deleted, saying these are really challenging times, and if you're navigating a layoff or even quietly preparing for one, you're not alone and you don't have to go it alone. I know these types of tools engender strong feelings in people, but I'd be remiss in not trying to offer the best advice I can under the circumstances. I've been experimenting with ways to use LLM AI tools like ChatGPT or Copilot to help reduce the emotional and cognitive load that comes with job loss. You can read it if you want to. I'm just gonna skip past that. No AI tool is a replacement for your voice or lived experience, but at a time when mental energy is scarce, these tools can help get you unstuck faster, calmer, and with more clarity. If this helps, feel free to share with others in your network. Stay kind, stay smart, and stay connected. Legit, you cannot make this up. And just recently, Xbox has increased the price for their consoles, this being the 512GB for the Xbox Series S that used to be $379.99, now $400. A 1TB version of the Xbox Series S that's going from $430 to now $450. The Xbox Series X, the digital one, that went from $550 to $600, and a disc ported version of the Xbox Series X that went from $600, which is already too high, to $650. And if you want to get the Xbox Series X limited edition, it went from $730, already outrageous and a scam at that point, to $800. Legit, what's the point of owning an Xbox now? Like, if you're a new Xbox fan and you want to get an Xbox yourself, the whole price hike is enough to just make you unmotivated to become one. You're really not going to get anything of it. Like a better design than the previous consoles, and more space? And it's not going to do you any better because they also increased the price for Xbox Game Pass. You know what's like infuriating or upsetting? They're using Silksong on their official homepage to grab their attention, to convince them that this is such a good deal. The balls that they have to say Xbox Game Pass Ultimate just got its biggest upgrade yet. What upgrade? Except just the prices. And then they're going to say play games, buy games, claim points, and earn rewards with Xbox. Essentially them saying the higher you pay, the more content you can receive. Like, this has got to be the most expensive DLC you can get, because the higher you pay for Xbox Game Pass, there's exclusive side quests of the game that you're playing. It's not even worth it. I'm not paying $100 just to get like a skin. And this goes back to my question a couple months back, where what's the whole point in buying all of these companies, all of these gaming development studios that you own, and then just make them multi-platform? With this whole Xbox multi-platform shift that they have announced way back in February of last year. I mean, at this point, I just feel bad for Xbox fans, because it went from baseless console wars to how much money are you gonna pay to play a game that you don't own. Okay, digitally. I'm not talking about physical, I'm talking about digitally. And they made this statement where if they don't reach 150 million Xbox Game Pass users, they're going to shut down in like 2027 or 2028. And it's about to happen. Not going to lie, with this whole direction that Phil Spencer has added on top of that with Matt Booty. I'm still shocked that that's your last name. Sarah Bond as well. Again, I don't understand the motive or the whole direction with Xbox. Like, there's no direction, there's no plot, nothing. Okay, it's just corporate greed plastered all over your face. If you want to have a full-fledged deep dive of Xbox's downfall, I do suggest Axeman series, where he made like 4 or 5 videos about it. It all started with the Xbox One way back in 2013, and it's crazy to think that it went from a bad console to your entire fan base, including your sponsors, having to pay egregious prices for Xbox Game Pass, a limited edition console, a limited edition controller. I also forgot to mention that they're putting ads on their games, and it's just like, dog, how much money did you lose? Well, at that point, that's just a rhetorical question because of the 69 billion that you spend on the gaming development studios. Like they're right on top of that. They're laying off a bunch of these workers and a bunch of these announced titles, and it's just like, what type of corporate talk? Can you elaborate further as to why you couldn't release Perfect Dark or Everwild or any game that has been in development for so long or has a promising sequel like Hi-Fi Rush that you laid them off? You're all about, oh, let's all put inclusivity with Japanese development studios, and you fired them despite the many awards that they have gotten, critical acclaim, mind you. But yeah, that's about it for what I have to say. This short little rant about Xbox, not too long, not too short. Well, it's kind of short. Of all that being said, I'll be seeing you all later. I mean, despite me waiting for Aura to go to PlayStation, this is just a sad way to go, bro. Like, holy shit. Like, if I was an Xbox fan, immediately I'm probably switching to PlayStation at that point. But hey, I'm still a PlayStation fan. I do feel my remorse for Xbox fans. I'm deeply sorry you gotta pay egregious prices for Xbox Game Pass. Now I'm starting to understand why people sold their Xbox consoles and all of their equipment that's Microsoft affiliated when they did this whole multi-platform shift. Like, they saw through the future and they just knew. With all that being said, I'll be seeing you guys later. This is Wolf Gray. Peace.